everyone, and welcome again to the Doctor Show. I'm Dr. Zahra Al-Jumaili here, and this is another episode about health, about diseases, and about medical healthcare in general. So if you have any questions to ask me, if you've been wondering about anything, or if you want to watch our previous episodes, you can always check us on social media, check the links below, and you can always find us out. So today's episode is quite fascinating. We're going to talk about the heart and what does the heart do and how does it work and how does this tiny organ keeps us alive every single day. So I know that we all know that the heart keeps us alive, and I know that we all know that the heart bumps every single day and it's beating as we speak right now. You're sitting at home watching me, your heart is beating, and I'm here talking, my heart is beating as everyone else in the world right now. And every single minute of their whole lifetime. Yes, that's right. The heart does not ever stop for any reason, ever. Not even if we sneeze, by the way. We have this mistake, we all think that if we sneeze, the heart stops for a second. That's not true. The heart just beats extra to compensate all the pressure in your body. So the heart does not stop for any given reason. The heart actually beats more than 100,000 times per day, per 24 hours, and it doesn't ever get tired. If it got tired or it stopped for any reason, this equals a disease. So if it stopped for any reason, that's equal death. So if the heart stops, we die, or the doctors will make something happen for us to survive. So, in order to understand more about whatever I said, and in order to understand more how does this fascinating, this amazing organ works that keeps us all alive, we need to know what does it have and what does it consist of. So the heart, everyone thinks that the heart shape is just like the hearts we see on Valentine's Day or whatever. Is that true? Actually, unfortunately, it's not, and I seriously don't know where did that come from. The heart actually looks like your fist. If you make your fist right now, do your hand with me right now, like this. This is exactly how your heart looks. Also, there's another mistake people think. It's not on the left side. It's slightly on the left side. So the heart is like this here right now, and it's beating as we speak. So again, the heart looks like a fist, like a hand fist, and the arteries and the veins are coming in and out from it, and it's slightly on the left. It's not actually fully on the left. All right? So since we made that clear, what does this fist have? This fist has 4 rooms, 2 small entrances and 2 big rooms. The first 2 rooms are called atria, and the second big rooms are called ventricles. Why do we have 4 rooms, and what are the differences between them? Let's find out. And everything makes sense. We have nothing in our body that does not have a reason or it doesn't make sense. It just makes a complete story. How do we live and how does our heart work? So the first 2 rooms are called atriums. The walls are very thin. They take the blood from the body, and the other 2 big rooms, they're called ventricles. They push the blood to the rest of your body. But let's go back to the basics. Why do we need the blood in our body? So right now, as we speak, all our organs are working. The liver, the kidney, the stomach, everything else. How do they work? They work because they have oxygen. Oxygen equals energy, oxygen and glucose. So in order for them to work, they always need to have oxygen 24/7 until we die. So how do we provide oxygen? As simple as we breathe in. That's it. We breathe in oxygen, it goes to the lungs takes the oxygen, to a small carriers called hemoglobin in our red blood cells, and the red blood cells, they take it to the heart. The heart, with one push, pushes every single oxygen to all my body, up to the little toe, up to your ear, up to your organs, to little capillaries, to blood vessels. And you should know this pump, this whole system, it works as the heart and a lot of pipes going everywhere to your body. Little pipes go into every single tissue and cell and organ in your body. So those little pipes, when they come out of the heart, they're called arteries. An artery, they have something very characteristic in them, that it has a very thick wall. Because if I push something from the heart with very strong push, I need very thick arteries, very strong ones with strong walls to withstand all this pressure. So the arteries are very, very thick, and they have thick walls and strong ones. So they take all the blood and they become smaller and smaller. The biggest artery we have in our body is called the aorta, which is the first ever artery coming out of the heart. So this is the first artery, just like we're seeing in the video right now. It's called the aorta. So the aorta gets smaller and smaller and smaller and turn the artery until the arteries turn into capillaries. And then the capillaries have the oxygen and carbon dioxide exchange. So they give the oxygen to your organ, let's say the liver, and the liver does its function. And then the liver takes the carbon dioxide out and give it to the capillary. And then the capillary turns into a vein. Right now, I'm trying to take as much blood as possible to return it to the heart. Do I have pressure? I don't have pressure, so the pressure is very minimal. So do I need the veins to have strong walls? Not really, no. On the contrary, the veins they have weak walls, and for me, and they have something very characteristic. For me to take the blood from my feet to my heart, I need pressure. I need my muscles to work with me to push that blood, because I don't have pressure. Also, I have valves. If this is a vein, it has a valve to close so the blood will not return. So it just goes up, up, up. So two mechanisms that help me take the blood from the organs to the heart. First of all, my muscles around it keep it working. Second of all, I have valves to close. So I push the blood and then I close the valve. I push the blood and I close the valve until it reaches the heart. So the biggest veins are called vena cavas, all right? So I have two vena cavas. They take the blood from my upper half and my lower half and goes back to the heart with unoxygenated blood. This unoxygenated blood goes back to the lungs, and the lungs take it outside as we breathe out carbon dioxide. I know this sounds complicated and it takes a lot. Guess what? Literally happens every single time as we breathe in and out. The second I breathe in and out, it happens literally through your whole body. So can you imagine that it happens within seconds? Whatever I just said, I've been talking about it for at least the past 5 minutes. It happens with one breath in and one breath out. So yeah, I told you it's very, very fascinating. Also, we talked about a lot of heart diseases before and all of that, but how does this heart work unstoppable? Like, we cannot stop it. How does it actually work? What makes it work? So have you ever heard people before in movies and romantic movies, they say we have electricity when our heart beats extra? That's not so wrong, actually. That's quite right. What happens is our heart has this simple electric node called the SA node, sinoatrial node. It's a small, small, small little node. It's in one of the atriums, in the right atrium precisely. It has electricity. It has its own auto-generalized activity, electrical activity that makes your heart beat every single minute. So why doesn't our heart stop beating? Because of this SA node that does not ever, ever, ever stop the electricity. And this little node gives the electricity to the whole heart, and the whole heart always beats. That's why, if you think with me, whenever a person is dead and we're trying to CPR him to push his lungs and all of that, if it doesn't work, we electrify him. Does that make sense? Because we want to regenerate the electricity in the heart. And originally, it's already there. Even if they have, sometimes we have a disease called a heart arrhythmia. It means the electricity is not okay. Do you remember this ECG heartgram, the one that they're in the movies? Sometimes it's just messed up. It's messed up and might kill someone. So what we do, we electrify the heart very, very easily, like very small electricity, just to get the original electricity back into place. So I think now it makes sense why in the movies they always electrify a person who's about to die. So all in all, this is how the heart works. So the heart is basically a muscular organ. All of whatever I said is just a pushing of muscles. The muscular organ that's trying to push the blood to the rest of the body. Why? Because we need oxygen. For every single tissue in the body, for the body to work. So what does the heart do? pushes oxygen, gives us life by just pushing the blood to every single cell in the body. So I hope that made more sense to you. I hope it's clear. I hope you don't think about the heart just like the Valentine's heart shape. I hope you think you know the actual facts about how does the heart work, because it's actually it's like magical thing that works in our body every single day. So thank you for watching. This was our own episode, and please catch us the next week, and thank you very much for watching. See you guys next Tuesday. Have a great day. Bye bye.